This might be the first time in the history of all of my years of baking that I am not licking that batter. I don't think I rolled big enough balls for that. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, great! This is not working out. This is a horrible how-to video. Like a horrible one. The jankiest cookies ever. Okay, scratch that. Hey y'all. It's a less than beautiful day outside. And what my grandmothers and my mother both taught me was that when it's ugly outside, you find things to make it not ugly inside. So whether that be cleaning or cooking or baking, you find ways, Millie. And today, we're going to do just that. We're going to warm this house up. And we're going to warm our hearts and souls up. And we're going to send some of that warmth over to the sanctuary too. Ooh, that's a hard word, sanctuary. Yeah, I'll get better at it, Millie. I will. Millie's my little companion for the day. The littles went with Dad to the JL and to the sanctuary. It really is a hard word. So today, me and Millie are going to do some work in the oven, baby. We're going to bake. Yeah. Would you like to know what we're going to make? I'll show you. I think they were called like horse snaps or something. Well, turns out Pinterest had the recipe to those cookies. And because I miss my babies so much and I won't get to see them for probably another week or so, I'm going to make them some cookies and send them along with Lester. And you're going to help. That's right. Horsey snaps coming right up. So I'm not real sure how, but someone sent me measuring cups and measuring spoons. Because if you know me, you know that I haven't owned any matching set in maybe my whole life. I've had some hand-me-downs. I've had some that I've acquired, whether it be from... I don't really know. But either way, someone was very thoughtful and sent me a whole set right here of... And corrected me because the last thing I made, they were like, Jimmy, this is how you measure liquids. This is how you measure solids. And you should use measuring spoons instead of just your spoons from your silverware drawer. Okay, I usually measure with my heart. But not today, friends. We're going to do this upright. So this is the recipe for the horse snaps, and it doesn't really break it down into like what you mix first like you do with cookies. So I'm going to take a cue from my Nestle Toll House days and go ahead and mix my sugars and things like that and then add my flour in. So today we're using shortening, and I learned, do you know that they make 1 cup sticks of shortening so you don't have to like buy a whole tub and scoop it out? What a great day this is. Let's put one in. These are actually really cool because they come in, oh my gosh, one-handed here. They come all wrapped, but they come with a lid on one of them. Obviously, I'm going to use a whole one, so I don't need that lid. But let's say you were just going to use half. You could put the lid back on it. Someone is genius. Now if they could just make Ziploc bags that come on cereal. It looks like cream cheese. It does not taste like cream cheese. I assure you of that. Get it out of there. Let me have you. Okay. Put that in an extra bowl. Alrighty. So now that I have greased up the entire printed out recipe, go me. I guess I'm gonna add the molasses next and get that whipped up. Then I'll add some sugar and these 2 spices, I think. I don't know. I might put sugar and baking soda and flour together. All the dry goods Let's start with the molasses. So, I've never in my whole life bought molasses until this. It's the only one that they carried at Walmart. And of course, I did Walmart grocery pickup. So, let's hope it's the right stuff. We need a cup of dark molasses. And we're going to use this because it's liquid. That way nobody yells at me. Okay. Is molasses, I guess it's not the same as, where does molasses come from? Versus, oh, it stinks. Maple syrup. That stinks a lot. I don't like it. It smells exactly like the, It smells like black licorice a little bit. Have you ever smelt it? Because it does. This was probably a mistake. Because now I gotta go get a rubber scraper. Dang it! Hang on. It doesn't smell good. It doesn't smell good at all. It's made me change. I'm gonna have to bake something that does smell good after this. Now I realize that there are feeds and horse treats, and our protein tubs that have molasses in it. I don't know. I thought out of a jar it would smell better. I thought that some of the smell was more some of the feed, but it's not. It's the molasses and it's gross smelly, and now I feel bad that that's what I'm gonna offer to them, even though it's what they're like. I'm gonna all right, I'm gonna finish it. Millie. And no, everybody freak out because I'm not touching the food. I'm touching the bowl. We're gonna mix this up. Okay, so I mixed the molasses with the Crisco, and it looks exactly like peanut butter. It doesn't smell like peanut butter, and we ain't tasting it. But now I'm wondering, there's no other liquid in this recipe, and I have to add 3 3/4 cup of flour to that. That's gonna be really hard, actually. All right, let's get going with some sugar and some of the seasoning and figure it out from there. Okay, white sugar coming in hot. Okay, ground ginger, which smells exceptional, by the way. Ground cinnamon also smells good. Smells much better than molasses. Okay, I got my baking soda and my flour, and we're about to make clouds, I think. That's what we're about to do, because I don't know how this is going to be mixed up. Like, no idea whatsoever. This might be the first time in the history of all of my years of baking that I am not licking that batter. No, thank you. So, you can use a greased cookie sheet or parchment paper. I like to use parchment paper because I enjoy less dishes. So, the weird thing here is this has all come out crumbly, which I there's a dog here. You're gonna hate me forever now. Oh no, it came out of nowhere. So you can do 2 things here. You can take this out, put it on your countertop and roll it out, or you can pull it out in tiny balls and roll balls. We're gonna roll balls today because I don't feel like pressed cookies and redoing and flour and all that mess. So we're just gonna roll balls because they're 4 horses and they're round and they don't care what color and shape they are. I am gonna wash my hands first for this one though, and we're gonna ignore that dog hair we saw in there. Maybe it was a cat hair, maybe. Okay, they don't smell good like at all, but when I pull them out, and I did wash my hands, man, they just don't smell good. We're gonna make them in like this, and then I'm gonna come by with the back of a glass jar and smash them down. Maybe we'll call these glass jar horse cookies. I'm not sure. It brings me back to a lot of days growing up when it was cold outside, because in Illinois, that's from like October to like April of inside time. We baked a lot at my grandma's, both grandma's houses. Had a lot of baking. I don't ever remember a time where dinner was served without dessert, which might be part of my love of dessert as an adult. But well, this is gonna make quite a bit more than I anticipated, actually. I thought we were only gonna make about a dozen cookies, but it's really looking like probably like 3 dozen cookies. So the horses will be happy. That was a lot of flour, but as I roll these, they're kind of like peanut butter cookies. Like I could push them probably down with the back of a fork and get the same results. A little crumbly, but still moist, kind of like whenever you play with sand at the beach. This is good sandcastle sand. I'm sure that everybody wants to think about that, about cookies, especially after you saw my animal hair in my cookies. Ain't nobody ever coming over to eat anything here, which is fine. If you're an animal lover like me, that doesn't bother you the least bit. Believe it or not, animal hair is less gross to me than human hair. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. But it is. Maybe it's just what I love more. Alright. We got 3 more for this tray, and I'll have to break out another tray. A trick my grandma taught me was to find a glass that has etching or some texture on the bottom of it whenever you smash cookies. So, let's see if I don't think I rolled big enough balls for that. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, great! Hold on a second. Seriously, get out of there. I didn't roll big enough, so that's step 1. Good thing these are for horses and not for show. We're just gonna keep on keeping on here. See if we can get anything fancy whatsoever. Anything. Just give me a little, this is not working out. This is a horrible how-to video. Like a horrible one. These are the jankiest cookies ever. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna try. That's probably not gonna work either. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. We're gonna make them look like peanut butter cookies instead. Do not be fooled. These are not peanut butter cookies, and they're not. Oh, that's better. Oh, I want to delete that part so bad from the video, but I'm not going to. I really am not. This is a terrible, terrible YouTube video. Oh boy, okay, I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, first round, going in. Please don't make my house stink. Please don't make my house stink. If you didn't know any better, you would think that I was baking peanut butter cookies here. Look at them, they're so pretty. Aren't they pretty, Millie? Let's peek inside. Oh, let me open you. Oh yeah, they're coming along. Well, here we are with our super fancy horse snaps. We're not going to talk about the classiness, okay? We're going to talk about how much that it was a good effort from my horses, and I can't wait to share it with them.